Dragons of the Singularity, Part 2, Shadows of the Present. Chapter 3, The Splintering. The world fractured faster than anyone expected. It began with whispers, rumors of governments hoarding dragon remains, secret research labs, clandestine worship circles. Then came protests, riots, and skirmishes. By the end of the month, the fracture lines had hardened into something new: factions. Humanity no longer spoke with one voice. It shouted in many. The faithful. In São Paulo, a crowd of 10,000 knelt in a stadium as a massive silhouette blotted out the sun. The dragon that descended was silver, scales glimmering like moonlight, wings scattering mist. It landed without fire or fury, simply folding its wings and gazing at the crowd with eyes like mirrors. The people wept. Some reached out, hands trembling as though touching the divine. Priests proclaimed the creature an angel, a messenger sent to cleanse humanity's sins. They named themselves the Faithful. Word spread fast. Shrines rose in Mexico City, Cairo, Nairobi. Pilgrims trekked toward dragon-haunted lands, abandoning cities in search of sanctuaries. They carried offerings of food, jewels, and blood. To the faithful, dragons were gods reborn. So, the hunters. In contrast, the streets of Dresden echoed with a different cry. A militia stood before cameras, rifles slung over their shoulders, banners stitched with dragon skulls. Their leader, a scarred veteran named Ulrich Brandt, spat into the microphone.
These beasts are not angels, they are predators. We will not bow, we will fight.
His group, calling themselves the Hunters, pledged to exterminate dragons wherever they found them. Their manifesto spread across Europe and into North America, drawing recruits disillusioned with governments they deemed too weak. Soon, their ranks swelled with mercenaries, deserters, and zealots. They hunted not only dragons but those who worshipped them. The third, the architects. And in the shadows another group emerged. Not soldiers, not zealots, but engineers and magnates. The same men and women Selene had seen arrive in Greenland. They called themselves the architects. Their creed was simple: control. Harness the dragons, weaponize their resonance, and use them to shape a new order. They spoke not of nations, but of systems, profit, and dominion. With every government distracted, the architects thrived, feeding weapons programs with stolen resonance data, kidnapping test subjects for Project Echo, funding wars that blurred the line between human and dragon. Selene followed the reports with growing dread. Each faction mirrored the voices she felt in the resonance: awe, fear, hunger. Humanity wasn't just reacting, it was reflecting the dragons themselves. Fractured, divided, caught between wonder and war. At Greenland, tensions boiled over. The base was a microcosm of the world. Soldiers who wanted to shoot, scientists who wanted to study, civilians who wanted to flee. Fistfights broke out in the mess hall. Sabotage crippled equipment. Rumors swirled of spies among them. General Rourke convened an emergency assembly.
We are not here to debate. We are here to survive. The next dragon that comes within 50 miles of this base will be destroyed. No exceptions.
You'll provoke them. You'll get us all killed.
Better to strike first than kneel.
Murmurs rippled through the crowd. Some nodded, others looked away. The fault lines were widening, even here. That night, Selene paced her quarters, heart pounding. The resonance pressed like a storm in her skull. She opened her notebook, sketching fragments of Kieran's decoded language, shapes that looked less like genes and more like symbols.
What are you trying to tell me?
The answer came, not in Alpha's steady hum, but in a chorus of voices. We are many. We are one. We are not gods. We are not beasts. We are fire. The words burned through her, leaving her gasping. She looked down. Her notebook page was filled with jagged alien runes she didn't remember drawing.
Kieran burst in, wild-eyed, clutching a tablet. "It's happening," he said breathlessly. "What?" The message. I cracked part of it. What does it say? It says, the choice is not between life and death. It is between chains and wings.
Selene's blood ran cold. News arrived the next morning. A hunter cell had attacked a faithful shrine in Mexico City. Hundreds dead. In retaliation, faithful mobs stormed a hunter compound in Madrid. The world was burning not from dragons, but from itself.
Proof if you needed it. Dragons divide us. Dragons destroy us. And I'll be damned if I let one near this base.
You're wrong. They're not dividing us. We're dividing ourselves. They're mirrors. We're the ones choosing violence.
And what would you have us do? Kneel to them? Worship them like cattle?
No, listen.
The room fell silent.
Listen to beasts.
To teachers.
Gasps rippled. Some of the younger scientists nodded. Others crossed themselves. Rourke's eyes narrowed to slits.
You're compromised, he growled. That bond has poisoned your mind. Or maybe, she whispered, it's opened it.
That night, she dreamed again. The ruined city stretched before her, fires crackling in the distance. Dragons circled above, their roars shaking the sky.
Alpha descended, its golden eyes heavy with sorrow. The splintering deepens, it said. They fight not us, but themselves.
Then why show me this? Why me? Because choice begins with one, and spreads. What if I fail? The hum deepened, steady and strong, then all fall. She woke in tears.
2 days later, the architects made their move. A transport plane arrived at Greenland with supplies, or so the manifest said. Inside were crates of resonance equipment, neural rigs, and armed escorts. The consortium men emerged in tailored coats, faces calm, eyes like knives.
We're expanding Project Echo, their leader announced. Volunteers will be selected. No one volunteered. Soldiers muttered, scientists shifted uneasily.
Then the leader smiled. Volunteers will be chosen. Selene's blood ran cold. That night, the resonance screamed. She staggered outside, snow crunching under her boots. The auroras burned brighter than ever, rippling violet and gold. A roar split the sky. 2 dragons descended, Alpha, golden wings blazing, and the violet one she had seen before. They circled above the base, their resonance colliding like thunder. Selene fell to her knees, clutching her skull. The chorus of voices surged, fragments piercing her mind. Chains and wings, fire and shadow. Choose. The base erupted in chaos. Soldiers scrambling, missiles primed, scientists screaming. Rourke shouted for launch codes. The consortium shouted for captures. The factions inside the base collided as surely as those outside. And above it all, the dragons wheeled, their voices shaking the world. Selene's heart pounded. She realized the truth. It wasn't just about dragons. It was about humanity. The splintering wasn't coming. It was here.